guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katelyn and I absolutely love to make DIY home decor. So if that's something that you're into and you enjoy holiday crafts, especially this time of year, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below because I do a lot of that here and I'm cranking out a bunch of Christmas DIYs, some more to come this week as well. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. In today's video, I am bringing you some adorable DIY farmhouse Christmas decor using mostly Dollar Tree items along with a couple new supplies that I just ordered, so make sure you stay tuned to see everything that I picked up. I am kind of going along with the gray and white buffalo check print this year. It is just what I'm really into. I love it. It is such like a subtle farmhouse pattern and color and I love it this year. So make sure you stay tuned to see how I put all of these projects together. So without further ado, let's jump on into these DIYs. The first one's really cute. It is actually going to be featuring some of the HobbyLobby IceSkates, but I want to show you how you can take one of the Dollar Tree signs and paint it like faux wood, and then you can add any ornaments that you want and add a little word at the bottom and it turns out so cute. So I did upgrade my ornaments to HobbyLobby. I found a beautiful pair of wooden ice skates that I was dying to use, so that's what I used, but feel free if you want to make any of these projects with Dollar Tree items, you can always substitute. So let's jump on into the first DIY. For this sign, I'm using one of these Snowman signs from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and start by removing the labels and filling in the little holes with some wood filler. I love these signs because they have they actually look like little planks on the ends of them, so whenever you paint them it makes it look more realistic and makes it look really pretty. So I don't have any real wood filler on hand, so I'm just using some of this little spackle that my husband had picked me up. So I'm letting that dry and then I'm going to sand it down and go ahead and give this a base coat of the silver lining chalk paint from Waverly Paints. I did the lighter color on the back because I do want this sign to be a little lighter. The ice skates that I'm going to be using have brown tones to them, so I really want them to pop off of this cooler gray background. I wanted to dry brush over the top of this, so I'm using a larger brush with some of my elephant color chalk paint, and I try to pay special attention to the edges because I think it looks more realistic and weathered, so I'm just going over the top of this and making it look really rustic. To make this look like real planks of wood, I'm using this awesome level that I picked up from Dollar Tree. It's the perfect size to make the lines on these signs, so I was so excited to find that last time. But I'm just going to use one of my Sharpie black paint markers and just kind of draw the lines. This paint marker was actually running out, so the lines didn't look perfect, but that was completely fine because I did want these to look weathered anyways. So I'm just taking my sandpaper and this just blends it in and lightens up all of the harsh lines, as well as kind of lightens up the elephant color as well. So these are the adorable ice skates that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. Everything was 50% off when I got these, so I got both of these for $3.99 and I just thought that they were adorable. I think they look so high quality, and I think pieces like this that are so beautiful can be a perfect focal point for like a larger sign. And I also picked up one of these little wooden words, "This is love," and I got this super cheap as well. It was on sale. I didn't want to paint this word because I wanted it to pop off of this sign, but I didn't like it just being the bare natural wood, so I took a little bit of mineral color chalk paint, which is kind of like a light beige, and I just barely dry brushed a little bit on there so it looked a little bit weathered and went kind of with the rest of the sign, and then called that good. I didn't want to ruin the skates and apply glue all over the back of them, so I am just attempting by hanging this at the top of the little strand, and then maybe years to come I can try to reuse these and just be able to pull them off. And I am going to be using this gray and white buffalo check, and I had to order this online, so I will link that down below. But I think it is beautiful and worth it if you enjoy like upgrading your projects like this. So I didn't see that little ladybug sitting right there whenever I was filming, but coming back and editing this, he just kind of hung out there for a little bit. But I'm just making a super simple bow by looping over my ribbon and tying little tails on it with a piece of burlap string. I cut the little ends of the tails to look really pretty and then just kind of fluffed it. I love how the sign come together and how it just frames those beautiful little skates, and I love using ornaments that you can just make into full-size pieces. I want to show you a couple different options if you did want to use the Dollar Tree ornaments. So you could hang anything that you would like down from this, and if you wanted to make some little DIY mittens that I'll show you how to make later on in this video, those would be perfect here as well. I have some more adorable DIYs coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. But before we go any further in this video, I do want to thank HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. So this time of year, things become crazy at my house. I wish you all could see my house. I'm not going to show you, but it's in bad shape, trust me. So whenever somebody wants to go grocery shopping for me and send it right to my door, go ahead, I'll sign up for that. So HelloFresh is awesome delivery service. So you go online and you order your meals, you pick out what you want and the serving size that you need, and you just order it and it comes straight to your door. I have been trying out HelloFresh recently, and it's definitely my favorite meal kit delivery service. They make it so simple to prepare delicious 30-minute meals and send all these delicious fresh veggies and ingredients. They pre-measure out all of the ingredients and send everything that you need straight to your door. I get so tired of preparing the same meals over and over, but with HelloFresh, they offer 20+ seasonal chef-made recipes each week, so you have tons to choose from, and there's always something for everyone. My husband even gets so excited whenever he sees HelloFresh coming and wants to help in the kitchen. So they make it so convenient, and you can even change your delivery days if you skip a week, or like you're going out of town or you need to eat up all of your leftovers. You can just hold off meals until the next week. But tonight I am preparing this balsamic fig chicken, which was absolutely delicious. I also learned how to make this new fancy sauce that goes over the top of the chicken that we loved. So if you want to go check out HelloFresh, then go to HelloFresh.com and use the code KraftsbyKatelyn9, or click the link down below also using the code KraftsbyKatelyn9 and receive $90 off your first month, including shipping. I signed up for 4 serving sizes, but they are large servings, and fed my entire family of 5, and the girls loved this meal as well. HelloFresh is now from $5.66 per serving and deemed America's best value meal kit. I always struggle with my girls being picky, and everyone loved this meal. You can see how cute it is, their little plates all fixed up. So if you want to try out HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com and use the code KraftsbyKatelyn9, or you can click the link under this video. So thank you all so much for supporting my channel and my family, and let's get on into the next DIY. So the next one is this adorable set of little bells, Christmas bells. I picked up a set from Dollar Tree that were already silver, and I was excited to use them, but they had like this weird pattern on them and they just didn't look right, and I couldn't get them to look rustic or what I was going for. But then I found another set at Dollar Tree that was the smooth. They were gold, so I do have to paint them, but they turned out exactly what I was looking for. So let's get on into the next DIY. So these are the bells that I was talking about. I thought that these would be perfect for this project. I did want to go ahead and remove everything that was connected to the top, so I'm just going to cut these. I would definitely recommend saving those little rings from the top though, because you could use these on other projects. They were really cute and had those little red berries on there. So after I cut everything off and get them completely cleaned off, I'm going to take them outside and spray them with some silver metallic spray paint, just so I can get all of that gold covered up. And this is what they look like after I got them sprayed. They didn't turn out perfect. It was snowy outside, so I had to bring them in really fast, and I kind of had touched a couple places, but I'm going to get to cover all of that up with some of this elephant color chalk paint. I think this looks so rustic whenever you make it look a little bit galvanized, but kind of dulling down all of that bright or shiny silver, and it makes it look like it is a little bit galvanized. And you can add some white on top of that if you would like to, but I skipped that step for this. I didn't like the pattern that smaller brush was adding on here. I like to use older brushes where the bristles are kind of spread out and it makes more of like a large pattern rather than just like a little line. It looks more realistic. So I just switched the brushes out so that I could get the effect I was looking for and just kind of dab that all over. You can tell that it's already making a huge difference. It makes it look more like weathered metal, but it definitely will darken as it dries and make it look even better. If these are going to be hanging up high, you definitely want to go ahead and do a little bit of the inside so they do kind of match and go along with the overall bell. So this is the ribbon that I've been talking about. I ordered a bunch of it. I will put the link down below, but I just love it. And I have seen where you can order this kind of pattern from Hobby Lobby's website, but I don't think that they have it in the store. But this was just a really good deal, especially if something that you're going to use a lot of. And I went ahead and bought several rows so I can maybe incorporate a little bit of this into my Christmas tree this year, and it'll match all of my decor. So I wanted to make a double bow for these bells, so I just made 2 little loops, and then I also cut off another piece for the little tails, and then I'm just going to scrunch all of this together and tie it to make a double bow. To hang these up, I wanted the thick rope hanger, so I just made a knot so I can use that as the top, but I knew that this rope wouldn't fit through the little holes at the top of the bells, so I did end up taking a couple pieces of jute string and then just tie them to this top knot. I intentionally tried to make my bow oversized. I wanted it to hide the rope and the little jute string pieces coming together to make it look more like a wholesome piece. And then I'm using just some little sprigs off of my Walmart floral picks, and I love these. I had the little pine cones on them, and I just hot glued them down and added a little extra pine cone. I was worried about these bells moving around too much, so I went ahead and just tacked them with a tiny bit of hot glue, but you can skip this step. And then I have these nice little berries that was left over, so I'm going to just hot glue and tuck them down inside. So after I got everything glued together, this is what it looks like. I think this is so cute. I know this clashes on top of my buffalo gray and white check curtain. I just hung this up to show you how you can use a shower hook or like an S hook to hang these up on your doors or curtain rods or anything like that, but I think this is so cute for a farmhouse Christmas. Up next is this cute little mitten garland. I had bought some little mitten ornaments from Walmart and I didn't know what to do with them. They would also work perfect on the first DIY instead of the ice skates. If you wanted to hang up a little set of mittens, I think that would be adorable. But I had these mittens and I wanted to put them to good use. Now I knew that I could make mittens using Dollar Tree items, so I kind of wanted to put these both together and see what I could do, but I thought a garland would look so cute. Mittens are perfect for this time of year. Whenever it gets cold and my little girls want to go play outside, we have mittens and gloves everywhere you can imagine if you have small kids, but they are everywhere. So it's so cute. It just represents it being all snuggly and cozy home whenever you hang up a little string of mittens. So check out how this next one turned out. I think it is so cute. For my DIY mittens, I'm going to be using one of these gray and white buffalo check fleece baby blankets, as well as one of these soft microfiber cloths from Dollar Tree that has the white fluffy look to it. And then these are the mittens that I picked up from Walmart that I kind of want to replicate a little bit. I love how they have the greenery tucked down in the top, so I did want to try to make mine do that. So the first thing that I do is I'm going to lay the mitten that I want on top of here so I can kind of get the same size, and I marked it with just my Sharpie paint marker. And then I'm going to trim this out. I would try to over trim this out. I think I was kind of on the borderline of making mine too small. I wish I would have traced them a little bit larger, but make sure you give yourself plenty of room because I am going to be having to hot glue these together. I had folded my fabric so that I was able to cut out 2 at a time, and then I turned these so that I could glue them face together. I think both sides of this blanket is the same. I tried to look and see if there was a difference. I couldn't find any, but I do want to hide that black Sharpie marker, so I'm going to glue that on the inside, and then I'm going to go ahead and while this is still flat, I'm going to go ahead and cut out another one that is the same size. I let my glue completely cool down so that it would stay really nice and tight together, and then I just turn this inside out. I take the point of my scissors and kind of press it down, and that helps push out the fabric too and just leave in the glued part. So I needed some stuffing and I didn't have any cotton, so I'm just going to go ahead and use some more of this same little baby blanket. This worked perfect, and I just cut it up into smaller pieces and then just kind of stuffed it full so that it would poof out a little bit like the original mittens that I had purchased. To get that fluffy little band at the top, I just cut along the seam of the little microfiber cloth so it would have a pretty little edge to it, and I'm just gonna cut a piece large enough that I can fold around, and then I just did this a little by little, gluing it together so I could make sure that the pieces that I was hot gluing were towards the back. Doing it like this left the perfect little opening, so I will be able to glue down some greenery inside of these little mittens. These mittens were super fast and simple to put together, so I think a full string of those made the same way would be really pretty, but I just didn't want those little Walmart mittens to go to waste. I need to find a way to hang these up, and I tried clothespins because that's what I had saw on Pinterest, but I didn't like the look of it, and I just couldn't sew these together. I couldn't find any wire, so I'm just going to glue these around the back. Now this is something you will have to put against a flat surface because they will kind of teeter-totter if you just hold them up in the air, so I did kind of lean them up against the wall and tack them up, but I think this turned out really cute like it is. I did every other one and I tried to make them go in the same direction, and then using these same little picks I stuffed and just glued that down inside. But this is what they look like when they all came together. I love them. I think this would be really pretty in other colors as well, and especially if you wanted to add like the pop of reds or maybe even like greens or incorporate any other color that you would like. And then moving on to the last DIY, I put together this little folding sign set. I've got tons of those little standing boxes or little signs, wooden signs, the little square ones from Dollar Tree, and I never know what to do with them, and I wanted to find a project where I could use multiple ones and try to use them up. I have some left over from fall, so this would also be a perfect way to use some of those if you want to recycle some of your old decor. So go ahead and check out how this one came together. It's really cute, and it could be customized to fit your home any way that you would like. So these are the signs that I'm going to be using, 3 of these Merry Christmas. I think these are cute as they are, but I just bought up several of them so I could use them for DIY. So now I just want to put them to good use. So the first thing that I do is remove the little labels, and these were actually very simple to remove, and I went ahead and took a screwdriver and just popped off the little metal hangers.
How'd you do? I'm not broken, I'm just split in.
I enjoy using the color of the wooden signs, that natural color, so I just want to dry brush a little bit of the truffle color brown over the top to make it look a little more rustic like real wood, but I think this is a perfect effect brushed over that lighter wood color.
To hope you're fine, ain't got time to do everything you said you would. Frames of the past and the memory of you just come running back.
I did all of the edges the same way, and then I want the center of this little sign to be different than the edges. So for the middle, I'm going to be hot gluing an ornament down, so I just wanted a plain background. So I'm using some of the beige mineral color chalk paint and just paint inside of the middle one. And then for the two signs on the edges, I just picked out a piece of HobbyLobby scrapbook paper that had these little snowflakes on it so that I can make them coordinate as well.
Pictures of sunny days with your smile in the park. How could they say I was broken?
To get this to fit down inside of here, I just put it in the corner on the back and then just kind of marked it, and I just slightly trim it down each time. I was trying to be very careful because I do not want this to look too small in there. I want it to fit as perfect as possible.
How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone?
To get these to stay in there, I'm using some Mod Podge. This is in the satin because it's just the fastest thing that I grabbed, but I love putting a thick layer down and then putting the paper down and then going ahead and putting another coat on top. A lot of people recommend if you get wrinkles that you go ahead and let this completely dry, or maybe even dampen your paper with a little spray bottle.
Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. Try to be cool, even wear that shirt you wanted to. My friends think I'm lame. Since I met you, I am not the same. It was not meant to.
I let all of these completely dry and then I could start decorating. So I loved these little glittery Dollar Tree ornaments. I think it looks so pretty and farmhouse chic. It's got neutral colors, but it has all the sparkly and the pearls. So I thought it was perfect for this project. So putting it on the blank sign, or using the blank or the solid background, solid mineral color as the background, I think it just made it pop off of there, and I wanted some little letters so I could spell out the word joy. I couldn't find any letters that were large enough that I wanted. The little white wooden letters from Walmart would work perfect for this project. I just didn't have them on hand, so I just went ahead and freehanded some and just cut them out. They don't look perfect, but I think that's what's so fun about DIY home decor is the little homemade look that it has to it. So I think these would be gorgeous. I just cut them out as quickly as possible and then Mod Podge them down on there. I put a layer underneath and then a layer over the top.
With a happy end. Girl, you take care now. I hope we can be friends. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come?
I hot glued the ornament down. I put a ton because I knew it would be hard to hold with all of that glitter. I also tacked up the little string to make it appear like it was just dangling down. And then I know I've made a billion bows on this video, but that's just kind of like the theme I was going for, adding this ribbon into all of these projects. So I'm looping that over and making a super tiny little bow. The cool thing about this video is I've got to show you how to take the same ribbon and make like tiny little bows or big double bows and add the little tails. So I hope that this really helps you out if you're struggling to make your ribbons this year or your bows. And I wanted these letters to pop out a little bit more, so I've been using this little stitching on several projects recently that you all have been really enjoying. So I thought that this would be really cute to add this along these little letters. And I think it worked perfect and made them coordinate so much better. But this is how this one came all together. I love it just as much. I think it looks beautiful, and the colors are just perfect for farmhouse Christmas decor. thank you all so much for joining me today. It honestly means so much whenever you watch to the end and see how I put together all of my DIYs. Every time I put out a video, I'm so grateful for all the sweet comments that flood in. It means so much to me. I try to get back with as many of you all as I can, and honestly I do go through and read all of them. It's just hard to respond all the time. So always keep commenting because I will try to get back to you as fast as I can, and I just want to say thank you for all of the love that you've been showing me this Christmas season. It honestly means so much. I do put a lot of hard work into these videos, so all of your love and support is so sweet and it means so much to me and my family and growing my channel. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up before you leave. Hit that subscribe button, hit your notification bell, share it with your friends or family if you know anybody that loves to craft or DIY. It helps out my channel to grow and it truly means so much. Thank you all so much for watching and joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.